Hello everyone, today we have new live stream and this time we are going to check fresh release from IBG Models. As you can see, it is modded in 1/72nd scale and it copies British tank Crusader Mk.III in 1/72nd scale, so this build should be interesting for modelers who would like to copy British armor. And this is a commercial sample, so it means model is already available for purchase on official Modelimx website and also on IBG Models website. And we are going to check what is hidden inside, why this model is special, and what it has to offer. So first of all, box size here is typical, I would say. So here you can see comparison with my hand, it's not that big box, but we have quite nice box art on the front. Then on this side we have some other kits in 1/72nd scale from the same brand. You can find a review on our YouTube channel as well, so if you would like to find it, just type in the name of this kit and you will see it straight away. And then on the other side we can see the marking guides for this tank. So here we have only two marking options, but I hope that there will be more once we check the assembly manual. So let's open this box and here is what we have inside. So as you can see, plastic sprues are separated into several bags. We have one bag, second bag, and then the third one, and then various bonuses on the bottom, but we will check them a bit later. I would like to start with plastic first, and what we have here is the small plastic bag with track parts. And here we have quite interesting parts division. If you saw the previous Crusader kits, you will understand what I'm talking about, but let's zoom in so that you will see it closer. So here we have tracks molded together with road wheels. Basically you will have to install only the other side of wheels here and you will be good to go. Such design obviously will speed up the assembly process, but from the other side it might make the painting process a bit trickier, so be ready for this. And I think that's a more or less credible solution for 1/72nd scale, because otherwise it's really tricky to get something nice in such small size, let's say. Next we have another plastic bag. Let's zoom out a bit. And here we have, let's say, the biggest share of plastic frames. So we are going to open it and take a look at all the sprues. So first of all, here we have sprue with tank top part or top panel. This one is molded as a one-piece element, and as you can see we have quite nice external detailing, recessed panel lines and riveting in place. We also have here the rear armor wall, and if you flip it over, here you can see huge alignment points which will be used once you join this top half with bottom part. And it's a really, I would say, handy feature, because it should speed up the alignment process of this part with the lower section, and I think you will appreciate it once you will be working with such design. Next we have the Glacis Plate. This one is molded as a separate piece. Maybe we can zoom in a bit more. Again, the same level of detailing. Of course, the hatch is molded in, so you won't be able to solve it somehow. But otherwise, we have quite thin attachment points, and from the other side, again, you have the installation, let's say, pin or tube, which will be helpful for the right alignment. Next, we have two absolutely identical plastic frames. We are going to check only one. So what do we have here? This is a sprue with road wheels and also drive sprocket, which should be glued out of two parts. Now molding quality looks really good, and as you remember, those parts will be installed here from the other side. So we have them from one side and then you have to add from another side. Do not forget about it, but I think it will be quite difficult to forget about it actually. Here we have another plastic sprue. This one obviously is dedicated to the turret parts, and turret parts division is quite simple, I would say. We have one piece top section, one piece lower section, also a separate frontal panel, one piece barrel, main gun barrel. Also here we have the separate cutout for this section, which is molded as a one piece part, and if we flip it over, here inside you can see that we have the special, let's say, guiding pins for the main gun, and that's pretty much all special features I can, let's say, point out. We also have here the guiding pins, which will be helpful for the right alignment, but I mean, it's the same styling or the same, let's say, design as the whole kit which we are reviewing today. Then here we have another plastic sprue. This one is mostly dedicated to external elements. We have the stowage boxes, also various towing hooks and exhaust tubes here. Molding quality looks fine. I do not see any possible issues with it. There is no flash or any other possible thing. I'm not sure why I'm having these ugly artifacts. Just give me a second. I will try to, let's say, do something with. Okay. Next we have here the stream frozen. So I guess that's something to do with cable. Maybe. Or maybe not. Now you should be able to see it once again. I'm not sure what is happening with the cable. I will have to solve it somehow. Maybe it is just the cable, who knows. Nevertheless, here we have the last gray plastic sprue. This one is dedicated to lower half. Also here we have various external detailing ports, and once we flip it over, of course you will see the large pins which will be used for the top panel alignment and the Glacis Plate alignment. Actually, that wasn't the last gray plastic sprue, because here we have another plastic bag. This one is dedicated to plastic sprues with side skirts. So these ones are molded as one-piece elements. And again, such design should simplify the installation process, and of course those thin attachment points should be easier to work with. And then we have another one here. I'm not sure which one will be used for this version, so we will have to check the assembly manual, but otherwise it looks really fine. Okay. Next we have sealed plastic bag with PE thread and also decal sheet. So just give me a second to take the scissors out and we will take a closer look at all these things. Okay. We cut through them. And here we have the decal sheet. So this one comes from TechMod, obviously, just like in any other IBG Models kit. And as you can see, printing quality looks really good. And I'm still not sure how many marking options are there. And in case you are not fine with plastic side skirts, here we have PE parts which will be used for the same purpose. Again, as far as I remember, this was an optional feature, let's say. So if you are not easy with such stuff, you can just leave it aside, maybe for your next project. And next, last but not the least, is the assembly manual. This one is printed in form of large brochures, so here it is. Let's zoom out a bit, maybe even more. Now you should be able to see it. So here we have the color printed brochure. There is no history note on the first page, but we have paints chart and also the parts map, let's say, for the P parts, P thread, and also for the decals sheet. Here we have the parts map for the plastic elements, and assembly process starts with tracks. So as you remember, we will have to glue those separate wheels in place. Then we continue with lower hull half, then we continue with top hull part or hull panel. And note that Glacis Plate is already in place. That's quite funny, because it wasn't mentioned anywhere. And next we continue with those P parts here. These are actually the protectors for the headlamps. Here we have various stowage boxes which will be applied here. Next we continue with side stowage boxes. Here we detail the rear part together with fuel tank and other stuff. Next we start the assembly of the turret, and then turret is installed on the main hull. Here we have also the optional part. As far as I can see, yeah, it's written here that it's an optional step. So those are side guards which will be replicated with help of PE parts. So if you're brave enough, you can install them on your small tank. Next we have two marking options here. This one comes from Great Britain 1942, this one from Tunisia 1943. And next here we have third marking option. This one is from North Africa 1942. So in total there are three marking options, and well, that should be more than enough for 1/72 scale. That's all for today's review. I'm sorry for those artifacts. I'm still trying to solve what is causing this issue, and still I would be happy to hear your opinion about this kit here in the comment section below. If you like this video, don't forget to press the like button because it will help us greatly, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for watching and bye.